Well, hello there, YouTube. Holy moly. Welcome to a beautiful 42-degree Monday, January 29th of 2024. Made it up to 48 degrees now. Our lowest of the lows overnight was 42. Seems like it was just the other day, it was like 9 degrees. Man, that's beautiful out there. I don't think there's much of a chance of rain, but it shows cloudy all day. But if it looks like that kind of cloudy, I'd be all right with that. No complaint from me. They're kind of high and scattered. There's some light getting through them. I'm all down. But anyway, first day of the work week. Let's go bust her out. Yo, come on along with us. 52 degrees, partly cloudy, mostly sunny skies. Somebody stole our dadgum parking spot.
For a hubba.
Go out there. Yep. Go out there and carve my name into the concrete out there.
You're as bad as the dogs. It has to be the same always.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you divert something and them dogs like, wait, what? What's going on here?
Same way as hubba.
It's probably where they're getting it.
Probably.
Yeah. Anyway, Mama, it's Monday fun day.
It is.
And looks like it, man, we're probably gonna get busy if it's gonna be nice like this.
Yeah.
It'll start kicking.
It'd be crazy.
Yeah.
We're short-handed. Woo-hoo.
Are we?
It's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah,
it's wintertime.
Yeah, the wintertime crew. Yeah. Mama, have yourself a wonderful Monday.
You too.
And I'll try to see you throughout the day.
All right.
Watch it be super quiet.
I know it.
But anyway, love to see you. Bye.
I love you.
Have a great day. Bye bye now. BMW 900XR. I don't know what the story is on this thing. I don't know where it came from. It's awfully dirty. This thing had to have been a demo unit, I would imagine. All I know is somebody's interested in it, and they tried to charge the battery, and the battery's dead. And then when they did get it to light up, it just threw a bunch of codes, probably because of the low battery. But this thing is filthy, and this mirror's all janky. So I rolled it down. Oh yeah, it's definitely had some miles on it. Somebody's riding it pretty good at some point. But yeah, the tires have to be mostly empty. It's sketchy as heck. I rolled it down the hill, I jumped on it, went down the ramp and took that turn down there. I knew to take it cautious because it, felt like a lead slug, which is a sign the tires are really low. I think they're crazy low. So it's sketchy going around the turn down there. But they have a battery, but the part they looked up for it, the digit ends with a 6 and this is a 5. And supposedly this is the battery they ordered for it. BMW swaps part numbers on batteries faster than you can shake a stick at it. Drives you absolutely nuts. Do I have the right battery or do I not have the right battery? And there's no legend to tell you one from the other. They just random. And well, the crazy thing is, you'll pull it out of the box and the battery has a part number on it, and the bag or box that it shipped in has a different part number than the battery itself. Absolutely drives you crazy. But at least they're those really high-end Excite batteries. So let's see if we can get this thing back to life. See if this battery is correct. That wasn't the right battery in the box. That box, it actually contained a 224 battery. It's weird how the part number on the box and the part number on the battery. And the one that comes out of this, which the selling part number, I think it was 126, and we had a 125. Yeah, it needs to be a 223 battery that you pull out. So, but after all this searching around, turns out they have the correct battery on order for it. I don't know what its ETA is. I need to get with Kelly and have her search that out. But yeah, she's not going vroom vroom today. This has got to be a used bike. There's no way. Definitely a used bike. I mean, it's got dirt everywhere. Must have been hopefully got a UVI and stuff. Or maybe it was a demo. I literally don't know. But Anyway, I'll find out where that battery's coming from. Who knows? It could have showed up. Well, could have showed up today. So speaking of motorcycles, I was pondering in my sleep last night. You know, I used the scanner tool because the other 3 Himalayans are all, you know, using the scan tool, are all sitting at 11%. I never rode the my Himalayan after I set that thing to 11%. So I'm gonna go back to the old school way of actually measuring the voltage at the TPS. Remember, good Lord, 2 or 3 years ago I did that the Kellys because it was stalling. I think it was right after we got it, so that was probably about 3 years ago. Man, that's an old video. But I think I set it at, I don't know, 0.57 volts or something like that. I think standard, I think is, I don't remember. But anyway, I'm going to set it because Kelly's has absolutely, without a hitch, ran perfect ever since I've done that, you know, idle-wise and stuff like that. But anyway, I think when I get home tonight, I'll adjust that and then see if that makes a difference. Because that thing was, it was just idling high. It was idling weird. And so when I got home last night, I lifted the tank. It's easy to do, and I turned the air bleed, trying to get it down to. I was trying to achieve that 1250 because it's 1250 plus or minus 50 RPMs at idle. Well, even with the air bleed shut off, it doesn't completely seat, but it comes at, you know, it stops. It has a stopper in there somewhere, and you could damage the metering needle if you bottom the needle out. You know, the old fuel screws on your dirt bikes. You ever see somebody over tighten one of those things and it nicks the, you need to throw the carburetor away. But anyway, with it bottomed out, it was still idling at like 1400. So I thought, you know what, I'll let this thing cool down. I'll tinker with it tomorrow or whatever day. But anyway, I think I'll do that when I get home tonight, which means I'll have to test it next time I ride it. It's really easy to get to that, the air bleed that controls the idle on the Himalayan. Take the 2 bolts out, lift it. You can literally stick a 2x4 in there sideways and a little short flat blade screwdriver and reach in there and turn that thing. It's super, super easy. And other than that, super happy with that thing. I can't believe the difference that made. You know, just overwhelmingly a happier, more responsive bike, especially, you know, like 3,500 RPMs up. You know, it's when you start to feel the difference. You're kind of rolling through turns and stuff, and as you're cracking on, it feels like there's a little more than what there was before at those lower RPMs, but definitely noticeable from like 3,500 literally right to red line. So the only issue I have is a rather fast idle. But anyway, I think I may that thing's cold too. You know, it's the weirdest thing on the leading ramp on the cams. I was looking at the cam, you know, compared to the stock one. You know, it's kind of has a round profile, you know, because it's kind of a long duration, a little bit higher lift cam, you know, like a race cam. They literally look like a point the cam go to. Anyway, the ramp leading up and the ramp leading down are almost negatively dished. Instead of a nice round profile, it has like a dip, and then it hits the top of the cam profile. And I'm thinking, you know, on the rebound side of that, you know, when it's coming up, going up, it's just going to go up and fling over. But if it has a divot on the way down, I've noticed, and I've heard other people say the same thing, that once you put the cam in, it makes a little more valve train noise. You hear more clickety-clicky out of the valve train. I'm thinking I'll probably leave the intake alone, because that's at 0.08 millimeters. and the exhaust I think is at 0.0. Yeah, am I saying that right? Yeah. But anyway, it's 2.3. I'll set it to 2.0. And just tighten, just ever so slightly tighten that thing up. Plus, after the good romp there, I just want to see, whatever settling in from initially, see if that cleans up the valve train noise. It's only noticeable every once in a while, like after you've been bombing along and, you start going that slow speed, you hear a little tickety tick. No big deal. I never did check to see if my Motor X oil showed up. Kelly said it should be today or tomorrow. A big order that's coming in, because she knew. I told her when I grabbed those 2 bottles for the Classic 350, I says, look, there's 1 bottle of 1550 out there. Well, they were in the middle of doing all the inventory stuff, so they had already placed the order, but they were holding the shipment of it so that it didn't confuse the inventory if suddenly a bunch of stock shows up. So that vendor was here this morning, and he was telling Cal, not the oil, all the other stuff that's coming, the oil's in that order, that it should be here today or tomorrow. So anyway, do an oil change on that thing too. Surprised with, it's got 1,300 miles on it, somewhere around there. Did the first service at 300, and the oils, it felt absolutely perfect. You can tell the feel of an oil. Good Lord, you can tell. All the tools, makes your tools hard to hold on to with that slippery synthetic oil. But it hasn't broke down, but it's surprisingly dark. For looking at Kelly's, I don't think hers even has 1,000 on it, but her oil looks all but brand new. And no, all my Royal Enfields, no debris, no metal, no nothing on them. They've just been like surprisingly clean. Actually, somebody did a test checking first services on motorcycles, and they got samples of all those things, and one of the cleanest oils of all the motorcycles test was Royal Enfield. Everybody goes, oh yeah, they're built in the backyard. Maybe you should look at the videos at their plant. Most of the videos are quite old, and the plant has been updated quite a bit since then. So they're building the old classic 350s and 500s back then. That thing is, they're pretty state of the art. Pretty impressed. Anyway, rattling on. I'm gonna go up there and have her. I can't check back there. It's just boxes, and shipping and receiving doesn't pay attention to what it is. It's just where it goes. They don't pay attention to the parts themselves. But anyway, go bounce. Check this out. A little bit after 5. Sunset here in Vancouver is at 5:11. It's 1 minute longer than ours. And what's weird is, like in the peak of summer, we're like 11 minutes longer. You wouldn't think, just being this far south. Well, look on a map between Toledo and Vancouver, you're dang near half the state. I drive to work every day. Not quite that much, but it's crazy looking. Yep. Spring is coming, soon to be followed by summer. All right, I'm back home. Drive home was great. It was daylight most of the trip. So I set this thing, remember my TPS was set at 14.1. So I set it back to that right quick, just to see what the voltage is at that. Well, I like about 0.57 on them. So my trusty little T25 T-handle, just got to make sure, because I couldn't get that thing. I didn't want to fight those pins in there that I used last time, so I just stuck a push pin. Sorry about the white balance of that Cornwell light, but anyway, that was kind of a pain. And then, good Lord. So I wanted to boot up my meter first, so I turned the key on, and right away, I triggered a code, which is the exact same thing I did with Kelly's. So yeah, I'll go in here and there's gonna be there'll be a code here. Yep, one of two. Imagine that. Throttle / pedal position / switch. Yeah. As soon as I look up, you can see it on the dash there. Know that I done it. So just give her a quick erase here. Are you sure? Yes. Please turn ignition on with the engine off. All right. So I'll bounce out of this. I'm gonna cycle the bike here, and I'll be back and we'll play with the adjustment on this thing. So there we are at 0.57 of a volt. It's close enough. And imagine that. Look what the meter says. 11%. So I'm probably gonna have to adjust idle speed. Get a light going here. If you guys haven't figured this out. Oh, I can't get the camera in there so you can see it. But it's right. If I get it in there, you won't see it. But it's right there. The brass of it. The camera won't focus on that, but you can see that it's brass and it's got a flat blade slot in it. So let me fan her up, and she got to sit out here and run for a while. I got to crack doors, and thank goodness it's still like 50 something degrees out there. Gotta let her run for a while here and warm everything up. All right, we'll see how it works. All right, so it's 12 to 13, 100 RPMs. She's floating right in the hunt there. She's bouncing around a bit, but she was much higher before, right when you started it up. So I got my idle where I need it, and my TPS 11% like it is on those other three, and I got my voltage where I need it. So happy camper. That's it. It's a win. Should have done that the other day. All right. Well, hello there, YouTube. So let us all learn a lesson. Do not use a scan tool and set your TPS at a percentage, because 11% has a larger variance back and forth than you can imagine. Do it the proper way. Plug into the trigger wire and set your voltage to whatever the manufacturer says. I like the way it worked with Kelly's. I don't even remember what specs were. I know I set Kelly's at 57. And mine did the same thing. When I hit that starter button, it just went immediately, just boom, 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 boom. Perfect. And all the while, that meter's still showing 11%. It's crazy. Works. Perfect.
Very good.
Anyway, that's good. The nice as it was today, I wish I had something to ride.
I know, it was such a nice
man,
day.
it was absolutely gorgeous. I think
Yeah,
it got up to 62 or
fair.
something. Or,
Go back to work, and it's the nicest
Yeah.
day in months.
yeah, beautiful sunset towards the end of the day, what you could see of it because the clouds started kicking in. But anyway, it's a good day.
Mm-hmm.
You know that? I guess I've talked to you the whole time in the vlog, so I'm gonna let you go.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And you guys have a wonderful Tuesday or Wednesday.
Heck yeah. See you bright and early in the morning.
See you then.
All right. Thanks for watching now. Bye-bye.